Foundations of Legacy and Hope, 1985. A year after his wife's passing, Daniel, the farmer, builder, and dreamer father, stood with his 3 young daughters in front of their mud brick home in a quiet African village for a photograph. He filled the void in his heart with a fierce determination to be both father and mother. He never remarried, he had neither the time nor the heart. Their life was simple and harsh. The electricity was cut off from their modest home, and dinner on many nights was reduced to boiled roots and a cup of water. But Daniel insisted on preserving the one unbreakable thing, their dignity. The man, who never learned to read or write, woke his daughters before dawn every day to walk them 2 miles to school. He never left them, waiting all day in the shade to protect them on the walk home so they wouldn't have to return alone. His sacrifice knew bounds. He sometimes went days without food to afford a pencil, and he sold his wedding band, the last remnant of his wife, to pay for exam fees. He heard the villagers' laughter and their questions, "They are just girls, what future do they have?" But Daniel never answered. His response was to simply keep walking beside them. As the years passed, the journey remained arduous. During the harvest season, Daniel would work 3 jobs simultaneously, scraping together meager coins to buy used school textbooks, notepads, and test booklets. The home still had no electricity, so a kerosene lantern was the light by which his daughters studied through long nights. He would watch from the doorway, his heart swelling with pride and anxiety as he saw their dedication, determined to never let the world steal their hope. His sacrifice became the fuel for their resolve. Gradually, the harvest of this effort began to show. They graduated from the local school, and soon, academic excellence and scholarships opened doors they never imagined. The day came when they received acceptance to continue their education across the oceans. At the airport departure, Daniel stood holding back a tear, knowing their journey was just beginning, and his journey of giving had finally borne fruit. "40 years after that first picture, in 2025, the world witnessed the fruit of a legacy built on love and sacrifice. Daniel no longer stood before his mud brick home. He now stood proudly in front of a large modern hospital. His daughters were no longer in simple school dresses, they now wore the white coats of doctors, having earned advanced degrees and become leaders in their fields. When asked how he felt, he didn't give a grand speech. All he could do was cry quietly and whisper from the depths of his soul, "I didn't give them the world, but I didn't let the world take away their hope." His unspoken prophecy had come true. The man who planted crops with his hands had succeeded in raising doctors with his heart. And now, in the shadow of a man the world never knew, 3 girls rose, whom the whole world now knows. This is a real picture of Daniel and his daughters, summarizing their struggle and hope.